In the name of God, the most gracious, most merciful. Our enemies know that the continuation of the war means more ruin upon their already destroyed foundations, which cannot be rebuilt. The seedling of the Islamic Revolution has turned into a strong, deep-rooted, and unbreakable tree. We are in mourning, but we are not tired. Our pain is the engine that drives us to crush you. In the continuous advancement of our nation's superiority and our country's armed forces, we will not allow you to spread your poison again. We have learned the way to defeat you, and that way is resistance. The shift in the balance of power, which had already happened a long time ago, now makes itself heard in the form of death sirens. This war will continue as long as the option to attack this land is not removed from the agenda and strategy of the criminals. The child-killing predators, lawless and without borders, who have made crime and oppression a constant habit. They need to understand, but these ignorant ones have never understood because they are humiliatingly defeated in every battle. The flawless and unprecedented execution of our offensive and defensive actions revealed Iran's reach in the enemy's vulnerable skies, and victory comes only from Allah, the Almighty, the Wise.
This morning, Iran revealed that its Natanz nuclear facility was hit in an airstrike. This is the country's main uranium enrichment site. Iranian authorities say there is no radiation leak. Iranian media say that the U.S. led attacks with bunker-busting bombs. The Israeli army denies knowledge of the attack.
Also during the night, Iran fired 2 ballistic missiles at a strategic military base of the United States and the United Kingdom. On Diego Garcia Island in the Indian Ocean, this represents the regime's first threat to U.S. interests outside the Middle East.
Meanwhile, President Trump gave an encouraging update on Operation Epic Fury. Lucas Tomlinson is live from Dubai with the latest information. Good morning, Lucas.
Good morning, Charlie, Rachel, and Griff. Natanz is one of the 3 sites hit in Midnight Hammer last summer. It's 240 kilometers south of Tehran. As you mentioned, this is Iran's main nuclear enrichment site. Many centrifuges spinning uranium-235, upgrading it from reactor grade to weapons grade. Many thought Trump would send troops to get this nuclear material. Others just wanted to blow everything up and drop bombs, and it seems that's what happened last night. Now, President Trump has provided his latest update on the battle heading to the Winter White House on the South Lawn. And he posted on Truth Social that he thinks this war could be ended quickly sometime in the next few weeks. I'll summarize what he said. We are getting very close to achieving our goals when considering the end of major military efforts in the Middle East. The president proposed to neutralize Iran's missile arsenal and industrial base by eliminating its naval, air, and defense forces. The plan aims to neutralize its nuclear capabilities, explaining the attack on Natanz. In addition to protecting allies like those in the Emirates, it is a sign that Iran still maintains some resistance. In addition to launching drones against Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the Emirates, last night, Iran launched 2 intermediate-range missiles at Diego Garcia. One disintegrated in the sea and the other was destroyed by an SM-3 interceptor from a U.S. Navy missile destroyer. Rachel, the ideal is to shoot down these missiles in mid-course outside the atmosphere in space. Iran denied having long-range missiles, but after 3 weeks of war, it proved otherwise. This week, Iranian drones hit a Saudi refinery in the Red Sea, crossing the Arabian Peninsula, see on the map. Now there are attacks from the U.S. and Israel, which continued through the night, and more Iranian leaders were assassinated. The U.S. hit more than 8,000 targets in Iran, flying deep into the vast country. Many targets still remain, and more Marines are coming to the Middle East. The Boxer amphibious group left San Diego this week. The 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit arrives in a month. The night was calm here in Dubai. It actually rained, real rain. And about ballistic missiles and drones, it was a quiet night, a relatively quiet night, just a few drones and ballistic missiles. Guys,
thank you, Lucas. A quick question. You mentioned Trump's tweet about ending this soon. Because they have made a lot of progress. They are moving quickly toward their goals. Obviously, this will be good news for the markets, but I also think it will be for many Americans who like it when President Trump acts quickly, whether it was with ISIS, which he eliminated in a short time. In his first term, he also carried out Operation Midnight Hammer, which was heavily criticized. In the end, even critics admitted it was a well-executed move. It seems like he wants to solve everything quickly here too, which makes sense for Americans. But his Israeli allies may have different goals. So how is the president going to reconcile his goals with his partner's goals? Since we saw this week that Israel bombed oil fields, which apparently irritated President Trump.
Right? And this Israeli attack happened in the Persian Gulf. Right behind me on the other side, those buildings, Rachel, used to be the largest gas field in the world. We saw energy prices go up. It's worth remembering that 80% to 90% of the gas and oil from the Persian Gulf goes to Asia. President Trump wants the allies to help more. In Japan, there are constitutional limitations. It's the Japan Self-Defense Forces. They don't do long missions. But the president says that the U.S. is presenting. They went from zero LNG exports in 2016 to leading the world. If that gas and oil aren't coming here, why don't the allies help open up the market?
Lucas, very quickly, I just wanted to comment. There's a prevailing narrative that everyone feels we're going to take Karg Island. But if you could go back just a second, that's not entirely clear. The president hasn't said that's his intention, although everything is being considered. With more Marines arriving, tell me about those mines. Because, you know, having served on Navy ships, that those ships have 4 components and one of them is a combat unit. And what about the Marines? They have an air wing that includes Ospreys and F-35Bs. They have a command structure and logistics battalions. So these Marines could operate from the sea, protecting the Strait of Hormuz without the need to specifically put troops on land.
That's right, Griff on the Shiloh. In this war, logistics are essential. The Marines themselves say this is a self-sufficient unit. This air wing has F-35 stealth fighters, Ospreys, and CH-53 Super Stallions to transport Marines to the coast. There's also an attack component, the H-1 Viper helicopters from the Marines. There are landing battalions, infantry units, and enlisted soldiers, and this component has just left San Diego. But look, the Boxer group take almost a month to arrive, and Tripoli has Marines. Maybe it's a distraction for something bigger. Remember that Pegasus package that was launched to kidnap Maduro and his wife in bed, right from Shiloh, the launcher?
Lucas Tomlinson.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lucas, this is for you, Charlie.